Welcome to News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss. Here now the news for September 10th, 2021. Every character in the Disney Fab 50 character collection has been announced, and as of now, the gold statues have started to arrive at Walt Disney World. In fact, the Magic Kingdom debuted many of them today, including Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, Pluto, Goofy, Donald, Daisy, Chip and Dale, all found in the hub in front of Cinderella Castle. Each statue has a 50th medallion incorporated into the platform or the statue itself. They got rid of the regular hub statues. They've all been removed for now, at least during the 50th, as the gold statues are in place to celebrate the upcoming World's Most Magical celebration starting October 1st. We also found Tinkerbell, Dumbo the Flying Elephant, along with Timothy, and my personal favorite in Town Square, Lady and the Tramp. I love this one, so great. And then under one of those little structures near Cinderella Castle, Gus and Jacques were there, running away with the 50th statue. And then there's, this one scares me, it's Winnie the Pooh and Piglet. Pooh's face is a little scary. I don't know, something about this gives me creepy vibes, but obviously, as the days go on, we're going to be showing you more of these. I think every night they're going to get installed over the next several days until they're all in place ahead of the beginning of the celebration. Just days away now. Starting October 1st, Walt Disney World will reportedly no longer offer standard cast member perks to most, if not all, employees of third-party vendors. Several third-party vendors or operating participants employ cast members throughout Walt Disney World, so it will likely impact many employees. Terminated perks include Disney merchandise discounts, food and beverage discounts, theme park admission passes and tickets, and Disney family holiday tickets. We don't yet have a list of companies affected, but it will include some of the largest per sources. Of course, these third-party companies or operating participants include delivery of food, many restaurants on property are operated by third-party, some shops. There are a lot more cast members than you realize who are third party. So it'll be interesting to see how many are affected and how big of an impact this has, because without those benefits, you know, Walt Disney World is not exactly the highest paying place of employment around. So it'll be interesting to see if people stay, because the benefits are a big part of that. Decorative 50th anniversary medallions have been added to the World Center Drive entrance archway to Walt Disney World. The two medallions are on the columns directly on either side of the road. They resemble the large medallions on the front of Cinderella Castle. All the entrances to Walt Disney World were reimagined earlier this year to be blue, gold, and gray, the color scheme of the resort's 50th anniversary, and now these signs are expected to go up on all of them. Soon to be our new favorite toy, this miniature Lego Cinderella Castle is set to be released sometime in October for that 50th anniversary. Get ready, folks. Every story the next 3 weeks is going to be related to the 50th anniversary. It's going to get that out there now. Alan Tran, a member of the BrickFan.com, posted an article showing the new mini castle based off the large-scale Lego castle that was released in 2018. This new Lego product includes the miniature castle as well as a Mickey Mouse Lego minifigure wearing a tuxedo. Details have yet to be shared on an actual release date, but it's coming soon. Back in March, we learned that the Main Street Confectionery of the Magic Kingdom would be closing for a refurbishment and expansion ahead of the 50th anniversary. By late May, construction walls surround the entire shop, and the walls have now been taken down, revealing a freshly painted exterior as well as a new entrance. Though the walls are down, the shop has not reopened. The two smaller side doors, so what you're looking at now, these where the windows are, is where the two small doors were, and in the middle where the doors were was the window. They've inverted that. So now it's one large double doorway and a set of windows on the side for better crowd flow through this often very busy location. The Main Street Confectionery is the home of distinctive treats, according to the sign. The large entrance and exit should help with crowding with the store, but also probably also help with wheelchair and stroller access too, which is important to keep in mind these days. The doors and windows of the shop remain blocked with black cloth, so we don't know what's going on inside just yet, but very soon we expect the store will reopen. It is rumored not in time for the 50th on October 1st, but if not, very soon after. A new Magic Band slap bracelet from a galaxy far away is now available at Walt Disney World. We found this Star Wars Magic Band in mouse gear at Epcot for $29.99. The puck in the center of the bracelet is white with the Millennium Falcon frame. One end has the light side characters, R2-D2, Chewbacca, BB-8, and Yoda. The other side is the Star Wars logo, as well as Darth Maul, Darth Vader, and Kylo Ren. The background of the Magic Band is a black sky with tiny white stars. Remy's Ratatouille Adventure, which is still in previews before the October 1st opening, experienced some downtime yesterday after two ride vehicles experienced a minor collision. A WDWNT reader sent in a photo and video after witnessing the incident. She was seated in the ride vehicle behind the two that collided. The photo and video depict the two ride vehicles that collided as seen after the reader was able to exit their ride vehicle safely. Guests were able to exit the ride vehicles, obviously. Some waited more than 45 minutes for the ride to resume operations and were given the opportunity to return later. The ride was down for some time, but did come back up that day. Walt Disney World has begun adding lightning lane signage throughout the parks. We've shown you some of this, but now it's at Star Wars Rise of the Resistance in Disney's Hollywood Studios. They have a lightning lane and a virtual queue. Virtual queue, of course, is the queue you've been using to access the attraction. With Genie Plus, guests will be able to pay for access to lightning lanes to skip the long lines. Of course, some are included with that $15 lightning lane charge. Star Wars Rise of the Resistance is not. It is an additional charge attraction, but it is still lightning lane. Don't get too confused yet. The thing hasn't even launched. But it is expected that Genie Plus and Lightning Lane will launch very, very soon. Disney's Animal Kingdom has welcomed another baby as a white rhino calf was born. Dr. Mark Penning, the Vice President of Disney Animal Science and Environmental Division, announced the birth on Instagram. The rhino calf is part of an endangered population. Dr. Penning also noted that the more information on the calf born to Mom Zhao won't be known for a while, as a mom and baby must have ample bonding time. There have been many births at Animal Kingdom in the last year or so. A Nile hippo, Maasai giraffe, the zebra. It's been a crazy mating season for the last 2 years at Animal Kingdom and Animal Kingdom Lodge. Lots of babies, which is great. Amorette's Patisserie at Disney Springs has several new Halloween treats, and of course, we had to try their Haunted Mansion Petite Cake. Chocolate and vanilla chiffon cakes with chocolate brownie and diplomat cream sprinkled with candy-coated chocolate pieces and chocolate chips. Cake is covered in purple and black fondant. On one side, the hitchhiking ghosts are sitting in a Haunted Mansion doom buggy. Available now for $22. You can read our review on our website. But in addition to that cake, Amorette's also has some items celebrating the season with two new pumpkin treats, a pumpkin pecan cheesecake roll and a pumpkin creme brulee. Cheesecake roll is made up of pecan chiffon cake, pumpkin cheesecake filling, and dolce nutmeg chocolate mousse, while the pumpkin creme brulee is a pumpkin custard with bruleed sugar, candied pecans, spiced whipped cream, and raspberry cranberry toulet. You can get the cheesecake roll for $9 and the creme brulee for $7. Reviews are on our site. I will tell you, I love this creme brulee. I make sure to get it every year. The Ganachery at Disney Springs has another themed chocolate pinata for both breaking and eating. The Mickey-shaped mummy pinata is full of tricks and treats for the whole family. Pinata itself is a dark chocolate hollow Mickey with a white chocolate mummy wrapping. Inside were the cutest chocolate bark surprises. There were a combination of dark and milk chocolate decorated with Halloween-colored white chocolate, spooky sprinkles, sugar candy. Get it for $26. Comes with a hammer. Get to keep the hammer. You know, hammer things. Disney's Contemporary Resort. Speaking of hammering, Disney's Contemporary Resort is in the midst of a massive overhaul, both inside and out, but the latest signs of progress show off a bit of the new look. The elevators at the resort have reopened after a brief refurbishment with a new look inspired by the Contemporary's unique architecture. The building's exterior is stylized in a matte silver look with a monorail running through it. Many of you will recognize this as the 1990s to now logo icon of the resort. This looks great. I love it. The remainder of the building is featured on an adjacent wall. While the new design appears in some of the resort's elevators, others still sport the old look, but eventually it will roll out to all of them. I will say this, I was not a big fan of the previous look of the Contemporary, the last iteration. I'm not a fan of the Incredibles rooms, but everything else I've seen so far in this refurb, I'm very happy with. It looks very nice. Yeehaw Bob Jackson will be returning to Disney's Port Orleans Resort Riverside this October 14th. The fan-favorite musician had previously performed at the resort for 23 years before being laid off due to the COVID-19 pandemic. The resort reopens on October 14th, and that night he will be there until midnight, 8:30 to midnight. He won't perform on the night of the 16th, but will resume regular performances afterwards. Jackson noted that his schedule was not firm yet, but he expects to be at the resort 4 to 5 nights a week. Of course, Yeehaw Bob will also be a part of the Golden Jamboree, our celebration of 50 years of Walt Disney World, which is streaming just for you October 2nd and 3rd. You can get your digital ticket now at goldenjamboree.com. Tickets are $20. That allows you to stream the 2 full days, Saturday and Sunday, as well as you can stream the event for up to 30 days after it is aired. You get to enjoy it on demand from that point on. It's $20 for the digital pass for the entire weekend, and your money goes towards, we've hired a number of entertainers who have not worked for some time. Your money is going towards all these great guests that we've invited for the event. So make sure you please help us support the Golden Jamboree and help be a part of Walt Disney World history. We celebrate 50 years with a lot of great guests, incredible surprises, and some really wonderful musical acts, including Yeehaw Bob, again, October 2nd and 3rd. You won't want to miss it. Fans of the Starbucks Been There series will love the new Tumblr and Pin, now available at Disneyland. The Tumblr features different Disneyland icons such as Mr. Toad, the teacups, and Sleeping Beauty Castle. The tumbler itself is silver, while the icons are colored in with shades of purple, blue, and yellow. The pin features Sleeping Beauty Castle, as well as the Haunted Mansion, It's a Small World, the Millennium Falcon, and a teacup in the same color scheme. The Starbucks logo dangles from the pin. The tumbler costs $29.99, the pin $12.99. These can be found at the Starbucks location at Disneyland in the Market House. With Genie Plus and Lightning Lane replacing Fastpass at Disneyland, it was only a matter of time until the Fastpass kiosks were removed. The process has begun at Disneyland. All Fastpass kiosks have been removed from Star Tours. The adventures continue in Tomorrowland, and hopefully will be moved to my house because they were shaped like Gonktoroids, and they're the cutest thing. I love them. I need one. So there you go. They're starting to vanish. Obviously, in some other places, I think we showed you some at DCA locations a couple weeks back, had removed them already. Again, no exact date for the launch of Genie Plus and Lightning Lane on either coast just yet. Construction continues at the site of the upcoming Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway at Disneyland. The attraction is located in Mickey's Toontown. Steel that will eventually support the show building facade is currently being added. Steel supports have been added along the front and top of the show building. The humorous What Big Building banner added in April remains. The structure begins slightly to the left of Toontown City Hall and continues across much of the rooftops. Note that the structure at left is built in front of the show building. This will give the facade some depth when it's completed. The roof structure gradually steps up as it moves to the right side of the show building. Concept art on the construction wall shows what the completed facade might look like. The steel structure being installed now will likely support the pictured rolling hills of Toontown, which have been missing for some time now. Runaway Railway was supposed to open in 2022, but it will instead open in 2023 at Disneyland. We finally got our hands on the new Oogie Boogie Macaron, available at Disney California Adventure and the Fiddler, Fifer, and Practical Cafe Starbucks, all part of Halloween time. Only 48 are available per day, and they go fast. It's a black macaron filled with green apple, buttercream, caramel, brownies, cookie crumb dust, and gummy candy. Costs $5.99. You can read a review on our site at DisneylandNewsToday.com to find out if you need to run to this location or not in the morning. We had the hardest time getting this thing. Tannelier Tavan's rotating collection of Marvel props has been changed once again. Now, Death Dealer's mask and an assortment of weapons from Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings are on display near Terran Treats in Avengers Campus at California Adventure. Death Dealer is the villain in the movie. Daggers sit in the display case with Death Dealer's mask. A portion of the mask over the top of the face is similar to a kabuki mask, while the cowl and lower half are blue fabric. There's a hole in the top for Death Dealer's ponytail. The other display case holds swords, an arrow, and a roped weapon. The weapons are all reddish in color. Usually the only way to ride the new Web Slingers Spiderman adventure is by obtaining an often elusive boarding group during normal operating hours. However, during the separately ticketed Oogie Boogie Bash event, the ride switches to standby only starting at 6 p.m. Originally, we thought it wasn't going to be available. This was a big surprise. This means that guests at the event can ride Web Slingers by waiting in a traditional standby line without a boarding group distribution time. The sign said not boarding at the standby entrance, but cast members told guests to ignore it and proceed on in, as long as they had a wristband for Oogie Boogie Bash. While we were there, cast members removed the sign showing virtual queue and obviously showed guests where to go. While Walt Disney World's 50th anniversary is almost upon us, Disneyland Paris is gearing up for its 30th anniversary next year. The celebration's logo and more details have been revealed. On April 12, 1992, of course, Disneyland Paris welcomed its first guest for the first time after years of imagination, planning, and development to bring Walt Disney's dream to life in Europe. 3 decades later, the resort has continued to expand with new stories, characters, and adventures, including beloved franchises such as Pixar, Star Wars, and Marvel, becoming the #1 tourist destination in Europe. With the major milestone approaching in just 6 months, guests can anticipate more magic on the horizon as Disneyland Paris kicks off its 30th anniversary on March 6th, 2022. This once-in-a-lifetime celebration of the resort's enchanting past and exciting future will invite guests to enter a new, shining era where they will dream bigger, laugh louder, and smile wider. Creating a festive atmosphere, Disneyland Paris' 30th anniversary will feature a host of special experiences, none of which have been announced yet. We don't know what they're doing. We assume Avengers Campus. We don't know. I will say this. I have a wish list for Disneyland Paris' 30th anniversary, and at the top of that is to bring back the old Space Mountain. If someone is listening, please, we're tired of Hyperspace Mountain. Give us From the Earth to the Moon. It's what the people want. Give us this one thing, please. But yeah, Disneyland Paris, one of my favorite parks in the world. A beautiful park, and I'm very excited. We hope we'll be able to travel there for the 30th. Very excited. I love this logo. I know people hate this logo. I think it's amazing that it makes a Mickey and it's a 30. It's really cool. Like it a lot. Every celebration at Tokyo Disney Resort, no matter what, gets special desserts with souvenir serveware. Some of these are a bit of a dud, while others are additions we wish were permanent. But more often than not, they're virtually clones of their predecessors with little to distinguish. The real stars, though, are the souvenir plates and mugs, my favorite part. How does Tokyo Disney Sea's 20th anniversary desserts, how do they fare? Well, you can head over to our website to find out. You'll find reviews for all the treats offered and photos of every piece of adorable souvenir tableware as well. If you're looking to pick up these souvenir items, you can find them at all the counter service restaurants across Tokyo Disney Sea. We found them in Cafe Portofino and Mediterranean Harbor ourselves. But the reviews are all up. Check them out. They're very cute. I know we can't go anytime soon, but it's fun to dream. We also swam on down to Mermaid Lagoon to try the new sparkling lemon and ginger drink at Sebastian's Calypso Kitchen. The drink costs 600 yen and consists of a Kirin lemon blend with blue syrup, a lemon slice, lemon jelly bits, and ginger at the very bottom. Full review on our site. One of our favorite treats by far was the delicious fondant chocolate churro. This sounds good. Spin on the classic chocolate churro served during the holiday season at Tokyo Disney. Specially created this time for the 20th anniversary of Disney Sea. It's available only at Open Sesame in Arabian Coast. Chocolate fondant churro is slightly more expensive than a normal Mickey churro at 500 yen, but it's well worth the extra cost. Chocolate fondant churro follows the mold of the potato churros rather than being Mickey-shaped. It's a brown color covered in blue sprinkles and filled with a hot chocolate fondant. In case you weren't convinced already, head to our site to hear more of our thoughts on this treat. That sounds so good. We love the Country Bears, of course, here at WDWNT, and they love them at Tokyo Disneyland, and man, they never let us down. They have some lovely new Country Bear merchandise coming very soon. The latest addition to the plethora that's been available is a new set of serveware coming October 27th to Tokyo Disneyland. Collection includes a tray, how cute, plate, a bowl, a mug, a multi-pot, spoon, fork, a ladle, and a curry pot. All these items go on sale at the Trading Post in Westernland, again, starting October 27th, as well as through the Tokyo Disney Resort app. This is amazing. I have to stop for a moment. This is based on, so the Country Bear attraction in Tokyo throughout the year changes a couple times, but no matter what season, there is this beautiful art that was created just for Tokyo Disneyland of the bears just doing different stuff, not just performing on stage. It gives you a bit of their character, who they are, and they're really charming vignettes. This is just one of those little vignettes on all of this, of Henry playing along with the sunbonnets and this raccoon conducting. It's so charming and cute. This is a wonderful thing. And yes, I will send Spencer to get it all, of course. We've taken you on room tours everywhere, from the Savannah at Disney's Animal Kingdom Lodge to the World of Marvel in Paris. And now we're taking you aboard the ocean. We stayed in a deluxe ocean view stateroom with veranda on the Disney Dream, the Disney Cruise Line ship currently sailing out of Port Canaveral. You can watch our video tour of the stateroom right here on our channel. We'll be bringing you a different room from the Disney Fantasy in a couple days as well, so stay tuned for that. Disney Plus has released a new poster for Muppet's Haunted Mansion, which we now know will debut on October 8th. The first ever Muppets Halloween special will feature characters we all know and love, plus celebrity cameos, as Gonzo is challenged to spend one night in the Haunted Mansion. Second annual Hollow Stream will also feature the premiere of LEGO Star Wars Terrifying Tales, Under Wraps, and Just Beyond. The Holostream graphic also lists creepy classic haunting episodes and more for fans to enjoy throughout the spooky season. But we all know we just want the Muppet special. It's all we need. For more information on these stories and more, head on over to WDWNT.com. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, The Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Hotel, park tickets, dining, and more. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. The Vacationeer, the official travel agency of WDWNT. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to subscribe, like this video as well, and click the bell for notifications. Make sure you hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying enjoy the rest of your today and have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
Welcome to Deep in the Plus. Each week, join host Rob Whiteside and a panel of Disney superfans as they take a different movie or TV show from the Disney Plus catalog, tell you its history, details, give their review, and let you know if it's worth your time. Current shows, classic movies, and everything in between. Watch Deep in the Plus live Tuesday nights at 9 Eastern for new episodes, or catch Deep in the Plus anytime on YouTube at unplannedDowntime.com.